D. Martin?
I'm still figuring out exactly who D. Martin is, but what I do know is that music has allowed me to grow in ways I never imagined. Through my artistry, I've been able to be sexy, vulnerable, bold, confident, and all things that used to feel out of reach for me. Each song I create brings me closer to understanding myself and my purpose, and for that, I'm deeply grateful.
How did you come up with your artist name, D. Martin?
When I first started making music, I used my regular name, Dana Freeman, and after a while I realized I wanted to make a distinction between the artist version of me and the everyday version. So the name D. Martin came about when I was working with a choreographer who was introduced to me by my full government name, Dana Martin Freeman Jr. He started calling me D. Martin for short during rehearsals. And during our final rehearsal, I told him how much that name resonated with me. And from then, I've embraced the name D. Martin.
Why are we here today?
We're here because I want to formally introduce myself to my supporters and the people that have been rocking with my music for years. I've been creating music for the past 7-8 years, and I've avoided sharing personal details about myself because honestly, I didn't know how. The hesitation stems from my own journey of self-discovery. Growing up, I struggled with my sexuality and identity. I was raised in a Christian environment where I didn't feel fully accepted, though I've always maintained a strong spiritual connection with God. I also didn't feel safe with society standards, which caused me to shrink and shell myself up and become an inauthentic version of myself. For years, I quote unquote pretended to be heterosexual until I came out at 21. It was liberating. However, it revealed how much I didn't know myself. I had to essentially start from scratch, figuring out who I was and how I wanted to present myself. And when I started making music, I wasn't sure if I was creating music, for the ladies or for the gay community or a combination of both. I just didn't know. So I decided to focus on just making music from my heart and trusting that one day I'll understand enough to explain my journey.
Where did you get the inspiration to sing and write lyrics?
My inspiration to sing and write comes from two separate points in my life. So singing was something I fell in love with as a child, growing up in the church. My father, he was the deacon. My mother was involved with the youth ministry in the church. So every Sunday, my siblings and I were in the church. My father, he sang in a music group at the church, and he has such a beautiful voice. And when he sings, he demands everyone's attention. And I wanted to be just like him. And that's really what struck my passion to sing. Writing, on the other hand, came when I was 19 and in college. And I knew I wanted to pursue music at the same time. So on the side, I would audition for American Idol. And I also auditioned for this music academy in New York City. Unfortunately, I got no's back to back. And the rejection didn't discourage me. I decided to, put the power back in my hands by writing my own songs, creating my own music, and showing the world what I'm capable of and what I know, what I see that I can do.
Can you let us, your viewers, know where can we find you?
You can follow my music journey by following me on Instagram. My handle is 2_D.Martin, 2_. Again, that's 2_D.Martin, 2_. Please make sure that you follow and get your friends to follow. The link in my bio has my full music catalog on there. I'm available on all streaming platforms, Apple Music, Spotify. I really appreciate all my supporters, and I hope that you guys stay tuned for what's next.